Most people believe power comes from being understood. They believe that if others hear their reasons, respect will follow. That clarity creates authority. That transparency builds position. That belief feels reasonable. It feels mature. It feels responsible. And that is exactly why it fails. Because power does not operate on comfort. It does not grow where things feel safe. It operates on perception. And perception begins to shift long before anyone raises their voice, long before disagreement appears, long before conflict shows its face. People are always watching how you respond to pressure, not dramatic pressure, not obvious pressure, the quiet kind, the kind that hides inside normal conversation. A casual question that arrives at the wrong moment. A tone that's only slightly challenging. A pause that stretches just long enough to feel uncomfortable. This is where most people think nothing is happening. But this is where everything is happening. Because when you stop explaining yourself, people don't immediately respect you. They test you, not openly, not aggressively, quietly. This is where most people misread the situation. They expect confrontation. They prepare for disagreement. They wait for challenge. But confrontation never comes. What comes instead is measurement. People probe. They ask questions that don't really need answers. They make small remarks. They push lightly, just enough to see if something moves. They are not trying to understand you. They are trying to locate your boundaries. And boundaries are rarely tested head-on. They are tested indirectly. A delayed response. A subtle shift in tone. A casual comment that questions your decision without attacking it. Most people respond immediately. They clarify. They explain. They correct. And in doing so, they reveal something far more important than the explanation itself. They reveal that pressure reached them, even briefly, even slightly, even when they believe they stayed calm. This is where authority often begins to leak, not because the response was wrong, not because the explanation was weak, but because it was predictable. Predictability is the most underestimated weakness in human interaction, because predictability signals negotiability. When people learn that a certain tone, question, or pause reliably produces a response from you, they learn how to move you. And once someone learns how to move you, they stop respecting your position. They don't confront it. They don't challenge it. They manage it. This is why people who explain themselves often feel strangely drained. Not attacked. Not defeated. Just managed. Something subtle changes. People interrupt more. They push slightly further. They ask for more justification, not aggressively, casually, because the shift wasn't loud. It was instructional. You taught them that pressure works. Silence teaches a very different lesson. Silence creates a gap, and the human mind hates gaps. When nothing happens after a question, the interaction stalls. And that stall is uncomfortable. Not for the silent person, for the one waiting. They begin to wonder if they pushed too far, if you noticed, if the silence was intentional, if another move would be safe. They replay their own words. They adjust their posture. They soften their tone. Without realizing it, they start managing your silence. This is the reversal most people never notice. The test fails. There is no data, no feedback, no adjustment, and uncertainty forces restraint. People don't escalate when they can't calculate. They hesitate, and hesitation quietly changes the dynamic. This is how power begins to grow without confrontation, not by winning exchanges, but by refusing to play them. There is a reason silence feels heavier than argument. Argument feels active. It gives the mind something to push against. It creates motion. Silence does the opposite. It removes motion. And when motion disappears, the mind becomes restless. People begin to replay the moment. They analyze what they said. They search for meaning that was never given. This is where power quietly shifts. Most people believe power comes from speaking at the right time, from having the right words ready, from offering the correct explanation. But power does not come from speaking well. It comes from deciding whether a response is necessary at all. That decision controls tempo, and tempo decides hierarchy. The person who reacts quickly gives tempo away. The person who reacts slowly takes it back. Speed itself is information. Urgency signals vulnerability, not panic, not fear. Movement. Movement reveals that something external is influencing you. Silence interrupts that influence. When nothing happens after a question, the interaction stalls. And the stall is uncomfortable, not for the silent person. For the one waiting, they begin to feel exposed. They wonder if they misjudged the situation, if they asked too much, if they crossed a line. They start adjusting. They soften their tone. They choose words more carefully. They hesitate before continuing. Without realizing it, they start responding to your presence instead of your words. This is the turning point most people miss. They think power comes from asserting control, from explaining clearly, from sounding reasonable. But reasonability keeps interactions fluid, negotiable. Power does not live in fluid spaces. It settles, and settled things are rarely challenged. When you explain yourself too quickly, you hand the pace to the other person. They decide when clarification is required. They decide when pressure is applied. They decide when the conversation moves forward. Even if your explanation is calm, even if your tone is measured, because speed itself is a concession. Silence keeps tempo with you. You decide when to speak. You decide if speaking is necessary at all. And people feel that control immediately. Even if nothing is said, people begin to mirror pace. They slow down. They stop interrupting. They wait. Waiting is not passive. Waiting is a signal. It means the interaction is no longer on equal ground. The one who waits is responding to presence, not argument. This is why explanation weakens authority over time. It keeps the interaction open, flexible, adjustable. Silence closes nothing explicitly, but it closes options. It ends movement without ending the conversation, and that creates weight. This is where many people break. They feel the silence stretch. They feel the tension build, and they rush to relieve it. They clarify. They add context. They soften the edge. They believe they are being considerate, but what they are actually doing is restoring comfort. And comfort removes pressure. Pressure is what creates hierarchy. When pressure disappears, so does weight. This is why individuals with authority allow silence to exist. They do not fear misunderstanding. They understand something most people don't. Misunderstanding does not threaten a strong position. Only uncertainty threatens a weak one. If your position is solid, silence strengthens it. If your position is fragile, silence exposes it. This is why silence feels dangerous to most people. It forces them to sit with their need to be understood, to be approved, to be validated, and those needs leak through explanation. Even when the explanation is logical, even when it is correct. Correctness does not create authority. Certainty does. And certainty is felt long before it is explained. Power does not arrive the moment you stop explaining. It arrives later, after the interaction ends, after the room changes, after people walk away. What they remember is not what you said. They remember that you didn't move. Most people believe respect comes from agreement. That if others nod, approve, or align, respect is earned. That is approval. Respect forms when influence fails. When people realize they cannot move you easily, not through pressure, not through reasoning, not through emotion. That realization does not come from dominance. It comes from consistency, the same calm response, the same tone, the same restraint, every time. Consistency sends a quiet signal. This position is stable. Unstable positions are argued with. Stable positions are adapted to. People do not challenge what feels settled. They adjust around it. They lower their voice. They hesitate before pushing further. They become careful without noticing why. This is not fear. It is orientation. This is why powerful individuals are often described as hard to read, not because they are mysterious, because they limit exposure. They do not reveal their internal process unless it is necessary, not because they are hiding, because exposure weakens position. The more people understand your internal reasoning, the easier it becomes to challenge you. Silence protects that process. Unreadability slows others down. When people cannot predict your response, they calculate, they observe, they wait. Waiting shifts power, because the person who waits is no longer leading the interaction. They are responding to the possibility of your reaction. This is where hierarchy quietly locks in, not announced, not enforced, accepted. Most people think authority comes from winning exchanges, from proving points, from being right. Winning keeps you engaged. Engagement keeps things open. Open things can be negotiated. Authority forms when negotiation disappears, not aggressively, not defensively, naturally. This is why silence often feels uncomfortable at first. It removes familiar tools. No reassurance, no alignment, no emotional cues. Without cues, the mind becomes cautious. Caution changes behavior. People slow down. They stop interrupting. They stop assuming access. They adapt. Adaptation is respect forming quietly. This is also why silence feels dangerous to people with fragile positions. Silence exposes instability. It forces you to sit with the need to be understood, to be approved, to be validated. Those needs leak through explanation, even when the explanation is logical, even when it is correct. Correctness does not create authority. Certainty does, and certainty is felt before it is explained. This does not mean never speaking. It means speaking with intention. When you speak, your words should end discussion, not invite it, because silence before speech gave them weight. The strongest individuals are not those who dominate conversations. They are those who do not need to. They do not chase understanding. They do not seek approval. They do not rush to be seen as reasonable. They remain composed. Composition is power. So the next time you feel tested, remember this. They are not looking for answers. They are looking for movement. And the moment you move, you teach them how. Silence does not answer questions. It answers people. Power does not announce itself. It does not argue for its place. It remains. And silence is how it stays intact.